Tonight we have an Eyewitness News exclusive. A local man is amazed and relieved that he was able to walk away from a deadly avalanche triggered by that big earthquake in Nepal.
Ron Wahula was hiking Mount Everest as it came crashing down on top of him. Heather Wallaga was the first reporter to speak to him. She's in the Raleigh Eyewitness News Center with his incredible story tonight. Heather?
Tisha, Steve, Ron Wahula still in Nepal tonight, tired, but he's in good spirits. He's well known in running circles here and had been planning that bucket list hike with friends for years. But he tells me no amount of training could have prepared him for this. This incredible eyewitness video shows the terrifying moment when a deadly avalanche comes billowing down Mount Everest. Frightened hikers below run for cover. Raleigh climber Ron Wahula was less than 2 miles from the base camp where at least 18 people were killed.
And then we looked up and there was this huge cloud coming at us. It looked like a tidal wave.
Wahula says he dropped to the ground, huddling with members of his expedition as the snow pelted them from above for nearly 5 minutes.
While this is happening, I'm trying to think, well, how do you dig out? How do you dig out? But luckily, there wasn't that much, so we stood up there and we thank God that we're alive.
At 17,000 feet up, the group started to evacuate, unsure of the damage.
And then people started coming down the mountain who were injured and bloody. There was no information other than people coming down saying that parts of base camp was wiped out.
These images from hikers show the scattered debris. Survivors like Wahula left to navigate tattered trails.
There's areas where the trails was eroded and gone, where we had to make new trails to come down.
After 5 days of hiking, Wahula and his team are now safely off Mount Everest, staying in Kathmandu until they can return home. The once eager hikers now anxious to see their loved ones and thankful to be telling their story.
We were a very, very lucky group, and as our trip leader said, good karma. And they believe in karma here, and boy, I sure do too.
Now, Wahula tells me he doesn't plan to hike Everest again. He feels like he's already achieved a lifelong goal. He is set to return to Raleigh on Tuesday. Tisha, Steve.